Ooh, baby, I just got my new RiG'd UltraSwing Tire Carrier for my Tundra. And this is the unboxing. Nice packaging. Love the packaging. Okay, got everything unboxed. There's the tire carrier itself. And I did get the bundle package, so we're going to be revealing what all came with this package. And I saved a good, I think $250 by getting the bundle. But it's all things you're going to need anyways, so might as well get it. So we got the tire out right here off the side, and pop this old man ladder back up here. I used to be able to jump up, but this is way too high now, so no sense in throwing out my back. Okay, next step. We're going to be greasing up this little wedge here that goes into the hitch, and then we secure it all down. All right, so the next step is we have to loosen up this wedge so it'll sit below the tongue here. So you're going to need an extension wrench, at least 12 inches. And here I Jimmy rigged a 10-inch, a 3-inch adapter, and your 3/4 inch or 19 millimeter socket. So you want to get that lined up. Okay, so I gotta get, I say just below, right about there. Okay, right there. All right, now we got to grease it up. It did come lubed already. You can see there partially, but you're supposed to grease up all the sides that come in contact. So get some waterproof grease. I got this for like $4 on Amazon. So we're just gonna spread this all around. And just rub it in. Let's rub that lubricant right in there so it's nice and slippery. Get your finger in there and lube that baby right up. Okay, and now we're going to be putting the whole carrier into the hitch receiver. All right, we're going to insert this into the hitch now. It's heavy, but one guy can do it. So kind of go down in an angle. That's nice, that's easy. Okay, and then what we're going to do is line up those holes where the pin would go. Locking pin, so let's see. Is that hole? Oh yeah, look at that. That one's lined up. All right, so the next step is you're going to place this locking pin in here, just reversed, just to hold the carrier in place in the hitch as you're tightening it up. Next, you're going to need a torque wrench, okay, with at least a 12-inch extension, and I couldn't find one, so this is a 10-inch plus a 3-inch plus my adapter, and then you're going to want a 3/4 inch or a 19 millimeter socket, all right, and you're going to want to set your foot-pounds at least 100. So right now it's at 90. I'm going to go up to 100 right there. And then we're going to lock that in place. All right, now we're all set. soon as we hear the click, that's when you stop. Almost there. There we go. All right, so that's all tight. And check this out. That sucker's not moving. There's no wobble. You know, I'm pushing down on this Tundra. That's great. And that's what the beauty about this rigged UltraSwing is that wedge system, that's the patented part. So it's almost like a dual locking system. You're all wedged in there. Then you're gonna put your other locking pin in too. And then you're good to go, man. Okay, so now we pulled the locking pin out. And now for everyone's safety and liability, we're popping this back in. And then we're gonna lock this one in place. So this is another, this is like a safety and a theft prevention measure. Just another step. Okay? So, gotta have the key to get in there. All right, next step is this little pin, this little bolt. It's just for shipping purposes, so this does have to come off before we can swing out our carrier. Take all that off, and boom. All right, so now, in order to swing this out, it's a two-step process. First step is to unlatch it here, unlatch this lock, and that's just gonna be pulling towards you, okay? And now we have the safety pin, step 2, and it even says it on here, step 2. Pop that out. Got a nice little magnetic connector here too, which is kind of cool, so you don't lose it. And then it's basically, look how easy this is. That's sweet. So it has 4 different lock settings too. From all the way out. So you have access to your tailgate. You know, and then that pin, you can lock that right in place. Yeah, now you're golden, man. That's sweet. Next step, we're gonna do the wheel plate attachment. And first of all, let me introduce, this is Miss Zoe. She's our staffy. She's got her championship Georgia Bulldog sweater on, right? Yeah, she's 13 now. She just turned 13. She's a baby, isn't she? She's a baby, yes. Good girl. All right, so the wheel plate, you'll notice that it's at an angle going up. That's how you want to mount it, is the angle facing towards the truck, and you're going to hit the top holes using this set of 4 nuts and bolts. So basically, washer and nut going from the inside, and then we're going to pop that in. And then put the nut on it. So I just want to get these just in place, locked down. Zoe, you gotta move. Okay, all right, now we're here. She's right below me. There we go. All right, then we're gonna lock these down. All right, now we're attaching the bolts that are gonna hold the actual wheel in place. So there'll be 3 of these with a little lug nut on them. And simple as this. Washer on the inside, nut, and this is really nice. The way they engineered this is the nut will sit in this little slot in here, like that. Isn't that nice? So everything will be nice and flush. Then we'll put the wheel on next. and we'll put the lugs to hold it in place. All right, now we just got to take this cap off the wheel here. I already loosened one of the bolts up, just a little Allen wrench. You know, you pop these out, the cap will come off. All the other little bolts are, they're just fake. So only two hold it in place, okay? And now we can see the different, where the lugs will line up with the wheel plate on the actual carrier. All right, this is probably the most challenging part is, you know, once we got the wheel plate on, we had to line up these pins, and you have different holes to align with your, where the lug nuts would go on your actual wheel. So definitely get two people. We got the wheel up and got it up on a stool, and then we used a couple of the Max tracks just to prop it up until we got the right alignment. So we had to kind of hold it in place and, you know, move the pins up and down to see which configuration is going to work the best here. So now we got everything all tightened up, and now we can actually mount the wheel, and then we'll put the lugs on to hold it in place. All right, so now we've got the wheel plate in place. Everything's locked into position because we actually had this up higher at the top position, and I went and sat in the truck looking in the rearview mirror, and I saw that the tire was, you know, it was about maybe 3 inches high when I'm looking out. So I kind of wanted to still see the tire, but get as much visibility as I could. So we ended up doing this, yeah, this is the third time. And so this is the lowest part where it's gonna be the best. And now all we gotta do is lock that baby up on here, and we are good to go. All right, so here I am sitting in the Tundra, right, camera's about where the rear view mirror is. So you can just see the hump of the tire, just over the tonneau cover back there. All right, now we got the tire attached. We have the lug nuts in place, tightened down to what the proper torque wrench setting should be for this particular aluminum wheel with this particular Tundra model. Ours came out to be 97 foot-pounds. So that's in place, the height's in place. All we do now, we put the fuel cap back on, and then we will be good to go. All right, we got the cap on, everything's in place. I did want to show you like the clearance with the tailgate and the bumper. See that? We got lots of room. I have other accessories that are going to go on next. So got all that, and we also have 2 new hitches, so we can actually trailer something with one hitch. And if you wanted to put in a bike rack, you know, standard 2-inch hitch. So we got the nice clearance with the tire wheel when we moved it down like 3 inches, so we're still good there. And let's see how it works now. So you unlock here first, and you pull the pin, and you swing it out. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Boom. That is great. That is really good. Before, because that tire is so big, because the wheel is so big, it wouldn't fit underneath in the undercarriage because of the bumper. And so now you don't have to crank it down and lower it. I had no place to put it, so it was in the bed of my truck, and it took up so much storage space back there. I didn't want to get a rack and put it on top. So this was the solution. I looked into a lot of tire carrier racks, and this one is just sweet. It's engineered really top notch. I'll have accessories on it. It still has 10,000 pounds towing capacity. We'll have a license plate reposition. I still have my RiG'd lights for when I go in reverse. So yeah, man, this is sweet. Oh yeah, this looks really cool. I am digging this. Very nice. Hey, welcome back. We have just installed the tire carrier hitch system on the back of the Tundra here, and now we're going to install some accessory items. The first one we're doing is what's called a side track. Okay, and this will, we have to unsandwich this, and then we're going to mount that onto a bracket, which goes right on here. So that side track, you can carry like different like water bottles, shovels. It's kind of has like a molly system on it. All right, and then after we install these two items, we're going to install what's over here is this end table. It's a table for cooking on. There's a cutting board, and we'll show you that, how that works out. After that, we have a license plate light kit to light up the license plate. And then this will be the last item we install. If you love lost treasure stories steeped in history, then you're going to love my books in the Tundra Mysteries. Featuring a Freemason military historian, think National Treasure meets Indiana Jones. Available in print, ebook, and audiobook. Get them on Amazon or cartographer.com. The art of mapping is back. If you're visiting the classic colonial cities of America, such as Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, or the French Quarter in New Orleans, then you will love my historic bird's eye view illustrated maps. We don't erase history, we capture it. Get our maps or get lost. Available on Amazon, Etsy, Cartographer, or at Walmart.